Our group went to the farmer's market at different times. Cameron and Wesley went together, so they had the most time together to talk about what interested them in their mutual visit. The instructions for this assignment said to look for an interesting object, person, moment, or interaction. When visiting, we thought about how everyone was looking at the same thing from the same point of view. Everyone goes there as an outsider, looking at the front of stands, seeing only what the farmers intend them to see as salesmen. We decided to flip stands over and look at them from the other ends. So we went around the backside of them. Once we were behind the scenes, we noticed that most stands had some sort of pickup truck backed up to the stand. This got us thinking about the logistics of transporting their products to the market. These people farm locally, so they don't have to go far, but the amount of their products that they can bring is limited by the size of their personal vehicles. They don't have big semi-trucks like the average supermarket, or work on the same scale. Keeping this in mind, we think our focus should be on how the food gets from the farm to the market for the average local farmer here as compared to the large chains that import food from all over the world. Their methods must differ vastly from each other, and that most likely affects the quality of the products.
After looking back on the footage that we took from behind the scenes at the farmer's market, I've concluded that the common vehicle, or average vehicle for the farmer at the market, is close to a 1995 pickup truck. The most common vehicle at the market was a 90s model for the Ford F-150, or the Chevrolet equivalent. According to fueleconomy.gov, the average gas mileage in the city for a 1995 Ford F-150 is 14 miles per gallon. With gas prices wavering at $4 per gallon, we needed to find out how far these people come weekly to sell their product. What the flip side of the market asked us was, how do these people break even? Do they grow and sell enough of their produce to make being a vendor at the farmer's market beneficial? To further investigate, we took video of the signs that told the customers where the produce was from and whether or not it was grown by the vendor. What we found was that the average vendor at the market traveled about 30 miles to get to Lexington to the market, from about Scott County, Shelby County, Madison County, etc. At $4 a gallon and 14 miles per gallon, the trip for these farmers costs, on average, is $14.93 round trip. This number could add up quickly when other factors are included. For example, if the farmers go to more than one market a week, or if the farmers use the vehicle for other things.
The cost of transportation in the recent years has been on the rise, so it is important for farmers to find ways to minimize their costs to maximize profits. The farmers' transportation of choice seem to be older model personal pickup trucks. The farmers minimize costs by driving their own trucks that are already paid for, and by performing their own labor by packing their own produce to bring to the farmers' markets. That pretty much tells us that these farmers pay no expense when it comes to hauling their products to the market other than gas. Grocery stores and mass producers pay employees to haul and deliver their products nationwide, much further distances than the local farmers to their markets. Mass producers travel greater distances and have a greater quantities of products, which increases their prices. Since farmers' markets are generally local and smaller scale, the farmers reduce the amount of time and money needed, which allows them to maximize profit from the smaller amount of products they provide. However, a downside for local farmers is that if their truck were to break down, they would not be able to get their products to the markets until they get their vehicle fixed, which would cost them time and money. Since the farmers rely on their own personal vehicle and maintenance, it may not be as convenient as a mass producer with a fleet of replacement trucks. Since most farmers do not have vehicles with refrigeration, they have to get the produce to the market right away while it's fresh and maintain the produce freshness while at the stand. The produce from a local farmer will not last as long as a mass producer because mass producers' products can be transported in climate-controlled trucks. The local farmers run their stands at the markets like a small business would by minimizing employees, low overhead costs, and low transportation costs. Grocery store chains and mass producers have more employees, more overhead costs, and more transportation costs. In the end, the farmers are able to provide fresh produce to the community by minimizing the logistics and still making a profit.